Welcome to the Banter and Bliss podcast. My name is Jason. I'm here with my gorgeous co-host, Allie.
Hi, guys.
And today we're gonna razz and chat about video games.
Woo-hoo.
This one is actually gonna be a relatively unstructured show, I would say. We just kind of want to talk. There's so many damn video games, and we can go into a crazy amount of discussion about the ones we've played, the ones we currently play, the ones we want to play.
What was the first game you ever played?
The first game I ever played. Oh my god! I mean, I'm a dinosaur, so I mean, I don't know if that's a long fucking time ago.
I think like Super Mario Bros. Was mine.
That was not the first game I played, I don't think, but that was like one of my favorite games of all time, for sure. Yeah. I mean, that's an OG game. Like you had N64, right?
Yeah, and I had Super Nintendo.
Well, yeah, like Super Nintendo.
That was my first game.
I mean, I think like my
console.
Yeah, I think like my sister had Nintendo. Like I think when that kind of came out, I was like kind of still young, but I remember getting Super Nintendo, and that was awesome. Super Mario Brothers was great, but
N64 was the best.
And fucking Mario 64. That was
Bond.
That was one of the
GoldenEye.
I mean, there were a lot of good N64 games. But Mario,
I almost said King Kong, Donkey Kong.
Mario. I almost called it Mario. Mario 64 was like one of the first games I think that came out. I think it came out with the system because it was Nintendo, right? So they already had it like set to go. And that I love that game. That game was so much fun. What other ones? GoldenEye,
Spyro.
Oh, is that the little purple dragon?
No
wonder you fucking played it. Purple and dragon. Oh my god! Remember Pokemon Snap?
The pictures. Where you take the pictures of them?
What a stupid game! But I played it.
Yeah, you gotta get like the perfect picture of them.
Yeah, like the entire fucking game for you Zoomers that never play that game. The whole fucking game is you're on like a cart, like a gold mine, or like a mining cart.
And you go slowly, and then these Pokemon come out.
Yeah,
and you gotta try and take a picture.
You take pictures. That's the whole fucking game.
But you gotta like it'll show you if you've taken like a picture of them before, and it'll show you like which picture was better.
Oh yeah, you'd go in and like review them, and
yeah, you have to get the best one.
Oh my god. Yeah,
I think that's where I learned first how to make sure my composition was well done in photos. Was because of that game.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's a professional photographer now, all as a result of Pokemon Snap.
Not photographer. Well, I mean,
cinematographer.
Even
over
with
here.
art, same thing. Your eye gets drawn to like a center. You know, it's like even here, it's like you can't like look like this where it's like too much wall. You know, you gotta like.
Am I too much wall? Do I need to move this closer to me?
I think you might need to move closer.
Well, the problem is my fucking desk, right? So I've got like, it's funny. This is a newer desk. This is a standing desk. It's actually relatively big compared to the desk I had before. The other one was a little bit smaller, and I have my computer. I got my monitor, and then I've got my MacBook, former work laptop, now fucking podcasting laptop, and chill on the bed laptop, which I don't really use that much. Sometimes I'll trade on it, but it's easier to see it on the computer. But yeah, so I've got sorry, I may need to drop this mic a little bit, but I've got this what is this freaking like the mouse pad, like like the new like gaming ones that are like super fucking big, and so you have your keyboard on it. You have the same thing.
Yeah, mine's pretty.
Yeah, mine's just good. It's
Mine looks like purple, pink marble.
Yeah, hers looks like her fucking shirt right now.
Kinda, yeah.
Purple. Hold on. I'm gonna drop this a little bit.
My
Sorry.
setup is aesthetically pleasing.
I feel like I'm like killing you guys with the freaking volume.
What's great about video games nowadays is like you can meet so many people and become like friends. Like there was a period where when I was playing Advanced Warfare, and it was like that group of people was like they were like my BFFs. And then even you and I got closer on video games originally.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it was, well, yeah, it's in situations where
They're like really like ways to bond now. Like,
yeah,
before it's like mostly single player. Sort of like you just play by yourself video games, but now it's like so intertwined and global. You could play with anybody from anywhere. I think that's the cool thing about it.
yeah, actually that's kind of funny because like one of the projects I'm in is it's a gaming studio kind of. They're making like trading card games, stuff like that. A lot of potential to kind of develop stuff with that. But there was another project I was looking at that was kind of similar. It was like a gaming ecosystem thing, and it's kind of designed to basically be like Discord and all the other platforms combined. So like Steam, right? Like Steam is, let's take Steam for an example. Steam is a gaming like a gaming library platform, right? Like it's a platform that you have games, you can download games, you can buy games, and you can play them. And then there's also like a chat interface, right? So you can speak with people. You can't really find people to play with. It's more,
you have to be friends with them already.
Yeah, right. It's more like you're in a game with someone. A lot of these games are going to be single player, right? But if you're in online games, like I have some people on my friends list, a lot of which I don't even know who the hell they are at this point. From like Team Fortress 2, TF2, when I used to play that. Like there, I'd be in a game and I'd be playing with some people, and then I don't know, you're like bullshitting in chat, or they're actually like good to play with, and then you play with them a couple times and you add them. I mean, that's how shit with gaming works. And then you just kind of become friends. And then there are other ones like how we originally met and stuff like that, where it's like you're meeting through friends, or you're meeting through friend of a friend kind of thing. Like, like you're friendly with Caesar now, and like,
Yeah.
he was like a friend of mine from college, and like he'll play WoW, and like met him through Discord, and so it's like you could go on a fucking dungeon or some shit, or whatever. And then there's like other people that just kind of joined. It really depends on the interfacing, right? Like on WoW, it's easy to become kind of friends with because you're in this world, you're in this environment where there's all these different people that you will need to connect and partner with, right? If you're going to raid, if you're going to do a dungeon or fucking quest, even sometimes, right? Like there was that one. Okay, when I used to play WoW, when I was playing Classic, because I was like an OG like WoW player. I quit right before she started playing. Fucking noob. 2-time gladiator, babe. You gladiator?
I think these are the important things in life.
I know. Good. Yeah, it's too bad.
You're such a dork.
She says I'm a dork. Meanwhile, she played Call of Duty, and she played WoW. You played WoW all the fucking time, dork.
You played longer than me.
I mean, I got further in the game than you.
Right.
I was decked, dude. Top 20 guild in the US. No big deal. The face fucking triggered. So anyway,
I love to give him shit. He thinks he's a big deal.
you think I'm a big deal.
He thinks he's a big deal.
I don't even know. Yeah, no, Gladiator is like really difficult to get. I worked my ass off for that. But anyway, what the fuck were we talking about? Having an wow. Come on, that's your thing. You're supposed to bring me back.
Are you going to make my job harder with this podcast? You're just going to go off topic, and I'm going to have to put us back on track every time.
The entire point of this is that I intentionally will just go off topic just to see if she's paying attention.
Meeting people in WoW, questing.
Yeah. Well, okay. Good. No, actually, it does help because now I remember what I was talking about. So when I was doing Classic, if you go Eastern Plaguelands, Lighthope's Chapel, right? That was like the main base where both Alliance and Horde would fly into, right? Eastern Plaguelands, one of the, well, I can't go into the specific details of all this shit because it's like if you don't even know what WoW is, you can be fucking lost anyway. But for those that played WoW, Eastern Plaguelands, you go there, and that used to be like a gank fest central, right? Where you would fucking land. People would fly because people, fucking hated flying and they're waiting, so they'll like go AFK. They'll fly and then like, go to the fucking kitchen or some shit, and they come back and they're dead because there would be people that would corpse camp at the flight path. And because it was like the furthest point on the map, most people like at a spot that they would go AFK would be that or like in a main city. And in the main city, there's all the guards. So unless there's like a group of the opposing faction that are coming in and like trying to fuck with you, you're probably okay on that, right? Because the guards will one-shot everyone. But over here, it's like the freaking wingmaster, right? Wind Rider and the Griffin Master, fucking whatever. The Horde had like the big bats, and the Alliance had the big griffins. And so if you attack the Flight Master, you attack someone, they had guards and they would go after you. But usually, like, especially as like a rogue, you could like run away and then like vanish. So you could fucking troll the shit out of people. But I was there on my mage on Classic, and I was undead mage, and I was like fucking up a bunch of Alliance, and it was like me like 1v3ing people. And then there was like more that showed up, and there was like 4 or 5, and it was like you can't fight 5 people at the same fucking time.
You're like the person I hate.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, I fucking gate the shit out of you.
I hate when people bother me.
She's sitting there fucking clicking her keyboard because you're a freaking keyboard turner. Ridiculous. You're the easiest fucking bait. You fucking sitting there like you're fucking backpedaling to go backwards.
I don't PvP, okay?
Yeah, she sits and clicks the fucking buttons with her mouse.
Only sometimes.
Yeah, if it's anything like beyond 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the keyboard,
and E and R and F and like C and V.
What about Shift X?
Yeah, I don't do shifts. Those are all the buttons I click.
See, she doesn't do shifts, right? And you do 1 through 5.
It's because I won't hit the correct button.
Well, look at that. 1 through 5. Q, R, E, T, Z, C, X, G, and then V. Right? That's an extra like 10 or 15. And then add shift. You just doubled it. Now it's 30.
Yeah.
So there's all those other buttons.
The problem with shift is like I'll do shift and I'll hit C when I mean to do V, and then it's like I'm doing the wrong spell.
It can happen, but
that's why I don't like. That's why I would just click.
What I actually have to do is I have to reposition my fingers on the keyboard. Like usually, like okay, so if I'm playing like this and I'm gonna hit C, I usually can hit C with my index finger. But if I'm doing Shift C, I move my pinky to Shift, and then usually I'll click C with my thumb because I have to make sure that I'm still moving, right? Because you're moving around while you're doing abilities.
Yeah, see, I'd rather just click.
So anyway, we as good players gank the shit out of these types of people. So anyway, so I was there.
No one likes you.
Well, I think we have more than one view on this video, so someone does. Thank you. Props to you, one viewer. And so so I was there, and then they brought the Alliance brought more people to try to fight me, and then another undead mage showed up, and me and him were like 2v fucking 4ing, 5ing people.
You're such an asshole.
But the whole point of this is I'm getting to a point which is I ended up becoming friendly with this guy because it was me and him versus all these other people, and we started talking, and it's like, oh, hey, you used to play WoW, blah, blah, you know.
Hey, you're an asshole too? Oh, let's be friends.
What are you talking about? They were fucking ganking me.
Oh, so you weren't instigating?
I never instigate anything.
Okay. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I don't. She's the fucking instigator here.
Oh, really?
She tries to act like she ain't. She sits there in the chair and is like, play with my hair. I'm like, you know, all quiet and like pretty and like I am not an instigator at all.
I'm not.
She's the total subtle instigator.
I only instigate with you, but with everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you always say about me? I'm an asshole to everyone except you.
Well,
I'm not an asshole to everyone. I just like to keep it straight. That's all. If you're a snowflake, you'll be offended. And
why was snowflake turned into a bad term? Because I really like snowflakes.
I know snowflakes are nice, but the snowflakes are like you could take a snowflake and like blow on it and it'll disappear, right? Or you could drop a little bit of water on it, or go like this with your finger, and it crumbles in on itself. Yeah. So I think that's why the term is snowflake, because it's like you're so weak.
I love snowflakes.
I know.
They ruined a pretty word.
They did. Well, the snowflake just means like you're so easily hurt.
I know. They should have chosen a different word, like something that no one cares about, like paper or something.
Yeah, because everyone cares about snowflake, the term, but not paper. And this is coming from a girl who supposedly is like a writer. She's hating on paper now.
Well, I do enjoy paper, but it's just like snowflakes is cute. They are cute. It's a cute word.
So.
It's like turning like rainbows into a bad thing. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't really talk about rainbows too much. Though I talk about it probably more than not because of the fucking rainy.
Oh.
Rainbows and unicorns.
Rainbows. No.
Yeah. So, WoW. We played a lot of WoW.
Well, yeah, we didn't. Well, that was like the only way we bonded. And then,
well, I meant we both played WoW in our own times, but yeah, then there was a period of time we didn't meet on WoW.
We bonded on WoW,
right?
Like we became friends.
Yeah, or I think we like talked on WoW like once or twice before like we actually met.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we did. Yeah.
Or it was like right after we met.
No, I
don't.
Or maybe because I think it was like, oh no, it's because I knew you were playing WoW. I think it was like one or two times. We didn't really know each other super well, but
it was that day you were talking with my friend Kyle in that dungeon. I think we'd already met.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we never spoke in voice. Like I'd never even heard you, seen you, like nothing. when we actually met.
Yeah, you're afraid to talk to me in voice.
No.
She says that.
I wasn't afraid to talk to you.
Mm-hmm. Smile. She's like a nose.
You're smiling at me.
See, instigator. She acts like she's all innocent. All innocent.
I don't know what you're accusing me of.
Bat my eyelashes at you.
I'm not just blinking.
Yeah. What?
What else were you saying?
I don't know. I've talked plenty already.
You were talking about the video game.
I'll pass the talking to you now.
About what video games we were playing.
Wow. That was all we played.
We've played Valheim together. We've played Overwatch together. We've played
Valheim. We played once, like literally, like one day for a couple hours.
It was like a couple days.
Overwatch. We've played twice in the last like 4 years. Right? Yeah, we played together. We played once the other day for a couple hours, and yeah.
You play much more than I do. I don't really play games.
Well, I don't really either. I've been playing more recently because I've been playing with James and his friends or whatever.
Yeah.
Because like the other friends that, well, like one of my friends, Caesar, like I was saying, is like he just plays WoW all the time. So
he's sucked in.
Yeah, I got him addicted.
And then he what is it? He took over the guild. What is it like he stole the guild from me.
Guild leader?
Yeah.
Well,
what a coup. He's a coup.
How? No, he couldn't have. Unless you gave it to him.
No, so if the guild leader is inactive for like 60 days or something, someone can just take it.
That's a new WoW thing? Because that was not a thing when I played back in the day.
Yeah, they just take it. He took it when I stopped playing. And then I called him out. I was like, hey, what? I was like, did you take my guild? And he goes, haha, yeah.
That was when he's like, oh, I'll give it back to you when you come back.
Well, he's like, I'll give it back to you if you want. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like when we were done like fucking around. And I was like, well, I don't plan on playing. So like, you could just keep it like for now, I guess.
Well, we're still admin of the Discord anyway.
Yeah, so we're still in charge of the Discord.
Can still delete the Discord.
Oh my God. That would cause some chaos.
I mean, I don't think it would cause chaos. I think people would just be like, oh, okay, we'll make a new one.
Because I doubt everybody has each other as like friends on Discord. It's just like they're all in.
Yeah, these guys freaking do dungeons and raids, and this is why WoW is so fucking weird now. Like, back when I played, it was you join the guild, you're on the same server, and you freaking raid. Now, people are on different servers, and they play together because there's like battle groups for like queuing and dungeons and shit. And every fucking day they add like 5 new people to the Discord that you've never heard of, that they're like not friends with. It's like literally pickups. Like, at least back when I played like Classic and shit like that, pickups were on the server. So you may have a pickup in the raid. It may be your guild and you got like, 3 people out of the 40, 4 people out of the 40 that are not actually in the guild, and they're like pickups to complete the 40
Well, I think
group.
there are people in the guild playing. It's just
there's like 5.
You gotta fill up the raid.
Right, because those people are not consistent raiders.
I think I like it better that way, because then it's like, let's just say nobody was logging on and then you can't raid.
Right, because she's a noob. So she doesn't understand that back
people devoted their lives to it.
Yeah, well, you did too. You guys just didn't do it you just didn't have enough people consistently doing that. Like you, Caesar, freaking whoever, the other freaking Ian, like those couple people, is like those people would consistently do it every single time. And then it's just you have other people that don't. And yeah, when I did it, I mean, that's what I mean.
Well, I mean, that shouldn't. I don't think that should be a thing, though. It's like everybody has lives.
Well, yeah, some of these people don't. But I'm talking about when I fucking played, I was
Yeah, that's not better. I don't think that's a better like way to play WoW.
no, but I was a kid. Like we're talking about like these people are like, you know, in their friggin' 30s now. But like when I was playing, I was like
queuing is so much
16
better.
or 15, and it was like, what the fuck else? are you
Queuing for
gonna do?
dungeons, like it just groups you up together. You just get it done, and like,
Well,
get it over with.
There's more to this though, you know, because we were talking about the whole bonding and meeting people and stuff like that. You don't do that. People join the group. They're literally a number to you, like a you know, company. Like
It
how you
depends.
are to the company you work for. You're a fucking number.
It depends, because sometimes the people that talk more and they'll like engage with everyone, those are the ones that like usually stay. Ones that are quiet and don't say anything, they'll like do it and then bounce.
Or people that fucking wipe the entire group and then just leave because they can.
Yeah, there will always be those.
Well, but the thing of back in the day though is that if you did that because there weren't battle groups, you were on the server, so people would know, oh, this person does that, and they would like say that shit in like trade chat and general chat, and then you would actually get like a bad reputation. It was kind of like real life a little bit. So you had to be careful with what you did. You had a reputation that stayed with you, and now it's like people can just hop all around and do whatever, you know. It's easier to kind of get away with that kind of stuff. So, but I don't know. I don't play WoW anymore. This is talking about based on what, a year or two ago we were playing. I mean, I don't think WoW has changed in the last year or two, but
yeah, we haven't played the new we haven't played the new expansion, Dragonflight. Right, it's Dragonflight.
Yeah, it looks lame. WoW, Blizzard, I think, needs to accept that WoW is done.
But it's not. People still play it.
I mean, you could find games that are completely dead that like 100,000, 200,000 people play. The game's dead though. Like that's not a lot of people. WoW is not what it used to be, right? The game came out. Like I said, the game came out when I like was going into high school. Like, game came out in like the fuck 2004, 2, 3. Well, if I was going in early 2000s. It's 2023 now. Like it's actually crazy. I mean, it's impressive that they've managed to suck as much money out of people up until now. Like 20 years almost from one game that I mean, Blizzard's become huge because of it, right? I mean, they had Diablo and stuff, but I'm sure WoW has been like their biggest moneymaker by far.
Yeah. Well, because it's monthly, like a monthly service.
Oh yeah. They make a lot of fucking money. I mean, shit. I can do the math right now. If you say 15 a month and they do what? That have maybe 10 million people that play, right? Something like that. I mean, that's 150 mil. 150 mil just in subs if there's 10 million people that are playing. And 10 million people is like, what is that? 10 million people, 8 billion, 0.125%.
That's like if you're not paying this with gold.
Yeah, and well, now, yeah, you can buy playtime with gold, the in-game currency.
That's what Caesar does now.
Yeah, because he plays so much. It's a lot of gold. It is a lot of gold. But if you are like a giga, basically they're like making it so if you're a giga nerd and you play like all the time, or you have a way of making a lot of money, but usually you gotta put the time in to be able to like farm stuff or make money or whatever. Yeah, and then you pay it. You play it. So most people probably are not able to do that.
I think the thing I'm annoyed with WoW the most is like, I love farming things in that game. Like I love farming games. But like the percentage drop of things is really frustrating. Like,
see, it's funny she says that because drops are like way easier now than they were back in the day.
Well, of course, but like I feel like it should have never been that annoying.
Oh yeah, like the legendaries like Thunderfury. Oh my god. So Thunderfury was at the time before the first expansion came out, it was the only legendary in the game. And so it was a sword, and the sword had shit damage on it, right? It was like 40 min, like 124 max, I think, or something. I've seen it so many damn times that like I feel like it's still in my head. But the thing that was crazy about the sword was it had a proc on it. So it had a on swing. So it had a very low attack speed. So it was very quick. Low number. Quick. Basically, it attacked quickly. It was like 1.4. So like every 1.4 seconds, you're attacking with it. So that's the default attack swing, and then you do other abilities, and that's an additional attack on top of it. So the weapon had a proc that it was Thunderfury, right? That was the name of the weapon. So it created this like lightning, like a thunderstorm, like animation, and so it'd be like an electricity proc, and so it would do lightning damage. So lightning damage is magic damage, so it goes through the armor. So even if you were like a tank or something, or you had like, it would go straight through your armor, right? And it did a lot of fucking damage. It did like 300%, and the proc rate on it was like 30%. So that means every swing, there's a 30% chance it procs, which is really, really high. So there was that, and it was very quick, like attack speed. So that means you're getting a lot of procs. So it would do a lot of fucking damage. And it was for, like, warriors can use it. I think it was paladins, even though they would never give it to a paladin. Rogues, and who else could use a fucking sword? Oh, hunters. And they wouldn't want to, hunters fucking range, right? So usually it would go to a rogue or a warrior, and preferably they would give it to a tank, a warrior tank, because the tank would be, well, it had a lot of threat generation. But then if you give it to a sword rogue, oh my god, the damage. But anyway, in order to make the legendary, you had to have 2 books. One book dropped off one boss in Molten Core, and then another one dropped off another boss in Molten Core. And the drop rate was so fucking low. It was like 0.5% on a boss that took a 40-man raid group, right? So you're talking about, you'd have to do a 40-man raid group. You'd raid this dungeon for like a year, and you'd maybe get 1 book from one of the bosses, maybe. And it was like bind on pickup too. So you have to be there when it drops. And because it's so difficult to get, you needed the 2 books. Whoever gets 1 book is guaranteed pretty much to get the 2nd book, because it's so difficult to get that you want to make one thing. So you get the 2 books, and that allows you to create the recipe, or to get the recipe to make the sword. Then you got to become a blacksmith. You got to become a miner. And then the mats to make it cost like 5,000 gold. And this was at a time when 5,000 gold was really difficult to get. Like, so you'd have to get money from the guild bank and all this other shit.
Yeah, see, I don't know why everyone raves about Classic, because it's annoying.
Yeah, but there was a sense of an accomplishment that you don't get with WoW.
It's like, what accomplishment if no one gets the sword? What's the point?
Well, not no one gets it. Some people got it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was about to sneeze.
Yeah. I don't know. That just seems like, I don't know. Just it's too. I'm a leisurely game player. I don't like.
You're not though. You'll play a lot. You just don't want things to be difficult. I
don't want them to be difficult, but no, I don't mind them being difficult. But like, for example, I've been trying to get that mount like forever, the pink bird one. And it's like, I've been trying to get that for like a few years now.
You're trying to get a freaking mount that had probably a lower drop rate than the freaking Thunderfury.
I'm just saying, it's the same concept where it's like, why am I doing this every fucking day for years and I still haven't gotten it?
Right.
It's stupid.
Don't do it. But if you got it, you would feel so fucking happy and proud for
I would be
it.
no, I
like,
wouldn't.
I spent all this time.
I would be fucking triggered. Like,
you'd be triggered if you got it?
Why the fuck did this take so long? Like, it's just annoying.
You'd be more triggered getting it than not getting it?
I would be triggered at how long it took to get it. It's like, yeah, like maybe have it like down to like a, I don't know, 20% or something. Like, I mean, Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm not saying the ones
long.
where the drop. She's trying to get a fucking rare mount that I've literally seen, I think, once ever. Like once ever, like someone fucking had it. And that's just random luck.
I see it all the time. It's not that uncommon, but it's just like people are just like, it's like, it's taken them like 10 years to get it. It's like, I don't have fucking 10 years.
Yeah, fucking losers, dude. I wouldn't fucking do that.
Like,
you kidding me?
That's stupid.
Well,
that's really stupid.
I would do the things that like my gear. I had like some of the best. Well, no, I had the best gear in the game, but I didn't have those things. Like I didn't have the legendary. I didn't farm the crazy mount that like some people needed to farm it 5 times an hour, and they farmed it for hours every fucking day. Like I never wanted to do that. That shit did not enjoy me. There were some things you needed to get, like the rarest thing that I ever got was the game changer, which was the Renataki trinket for a rogue. So rogues energy, 100 energy bar. The Renataki was, you would use it. It had a 3-minute cooldown and it would restore 60 energy. Okay. And 60 energy took like, I don't know, 5-6 seconds to build up. That thing was insane because what you could do is, like as a rogue, you would open, right? You would open, cheap shot, backstab, kidney shot, backstab, eviscerate. So what it allowed was it allowed you to actually add an extra damaging ability that would do like 20% of their health into a combo while they're stunned. So it was game changing because you could open on people and kill them in a stun lock. Like it was insane. It was like the godly like rogue trinket. All right.
Your eyes twitching.
My eyes twitching?
Still.
Yeah.
Can you see it in the camera?
No, I can't.
Get close. Wait, don't move.
My eyes twitching?
Your right one.
I don't see shit. But like, my eye, like my eyelid, I guess the bottom part or whatever, like this part's been fucking twitching for the last like 2 weeks. I notice it every night when you go to the bathroom and look in the mirror.
Like, and it's twitching?
And it's twitching, yeah. I mean, it does it throughout the day, I'm assuming, but I'm not staring in front of the mirror. So it's like at night I go like brush my teeth or
Mine
something.
would sometimes twitch. But
I told you, stress and fatigue.
Maybe get more sleep.
Yeah. There you get more sleep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that is the culmination of this episode. Talked enough about WoW.
It's a WoW episode.
It is a WoW episode.
We love WoW. I mean, I loved it when I played it, but I just don't have the energy for it anymore. I don't want a game with like too many chores. No. It's like I've got like an hour or two that I want to play, and it's like I just want to play. I don't want to have to do a million things and then play.
Yeah, that's what WoW is.
WoW has turned into that.
I think as I've become older and actually like worked jobs and things like that, I think that's why most people stop playing WoW, is because it's like it's just a job, you know? And it's like when I played it when I was in high school and shit and I didn't have a job, it was like it was something to work towards. And now it's just like I don't have that energy. I don't have the patience for it. Even if I had the time, which I don't have, like that kind of time to commit to it, it's just it's too much work. It's like, what am I getting out of this? I feel like I'm just, you know, when you're like grinding to get not even that amount, but like you're doing a daily quest and you got to get this thing and the drop rate's kind of low and you spend 30 minutes doing one quest and then you got 4 more to do and you do that every day just to get your goal. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's really insane if you think about it. It's like people will spend most of the day getting these fake things that have no impact on like the real world. Like it's, I don't know, it's weird like as an adult looking at it. You know, when you're a kid, you're like whatever. And it's fun, it's enjoyable. But I don't know, it's just it's that's the one thing that I like about like Overwatch. Um it's free and I could like hop in, I could play a game, play a couple games.
Yeah.
You leave. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't impact my life. Like I literally could play one game if I want, like if I wanted to, and just stop. And that's maybe like queue game 10 minutes.
I think that's why I liked Wildflower so much. It was like not stressful at all. Just get on, you play, farm, feed the animals, little garden, talk to some city people, the townspeople. And then at night you do some spells and some quests.
Spells with little recipes.
Yeah.
Hey, sushi.
Yeah. It's just such a cute game. It's like, I think that's more up my alley nowadays, where it's just Allie. Yeah. I don't know. I'll always have a special place in my heart for WoW, but I don't think I'll ever get back to it like I was.
Yeah. I mean, WoW is. I learned a lot from WoW. You know, like I used to make gold in the auction house. And
Yeah.
I would take, you know, I would buy reagents and then make like a jewel, or I would break, you know, I would take ore, buy ore, disenchant it, get gems, and then sell the gems, you know, and you kind of flip things on the auction house, and that was how I made money at the time. And I remember because I used to always have friends that would be like, they wanted to get something and they couldn't get it, and they're like, "Oh, I got like 12 gold. I have no money." I'm sitting there thinking, like, what? I was like, I had like 10,000 gold or whatever it was, and I'm just like, how do you guys not have money? I think that was also around the time that I realized people just fucking spend money on all kinds of shit, and I'm like that, like in real life too, where it's like, I don't know, I'm a minimalist. Like I don't buy shit ever. Like I don't care to, you know. And I feel like it's like people just spend their money on things, and they did the same thing. Like it's the same people, they do the same shit in WoW, and it's like, oh, I got 5 gold in my thing. It's like, why do you have 5 gold? Why do you spend every last dollar you have? Why do you not think forward? Why do you not have cushion?
Yeah.
It's weird. There's a lot you can learn from WoW that applies to the real world. They actually did a thing. It was the NIH. I think it was the NIH or the NIH or the CDC or some shit like that, where they actually did a study where they looked at, there was like it was like a plague or something in WoW. And what happened is it had like a high chance of like spreading to other people that were near you. And they actually like analyzed it and used it to prep and forecast like an actual virus spreading in the real world. It's really cool because WoW, in a sense, like in the city and how it spreads to other like areas in the world, it's like it's like a microcosm of the real world. And they were actually able to like map it out and see like, okay, how many people were infected in the beginning, and then by this time, like how quickly did it spread? So it's like really fascinating. But yeah,
You and your science.
yeah, me and my science.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't care about my science. I care about the science.
I do care about science.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a scientist, remember?
Yeah.
My bookmark.
When you were like 6.
I was 8.
Correction.
Yes. Yeah. And an animal doctor. That's what I said in my speech.
Yeah. You wanted to be a scientist and a vet. And yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to be a scientist, an animal doctor, and a rancher growing up.
It's a weird combination. Well, I guess the vet and the rancher is not so weird, but
yeah, I really loved like my my science books in elementary school. I would like read them in my free time. Not so much anymore.
yeah.
But I do enjoy science. It's just yeah. You're kind of more the science geek out of the two of us.
Yeah. You'll listen to me when I talk about science sometimes.
I always listen to you when you talk about science. I always listen to his rants.
You put a good face on that. Seems like you're not listening.
But I'm not listening.
Mm-hmm.
No, I listen.
Start spacing out, think about other things.
Not necessarily.
I feel like you're doing that right now.
No.
You're like,
no. I don't think that's what my facial features mean.
what do they mean?
I don't know. It's just like I can't look at one place.
Like you can't maintain eye contact, like you're Aspie.
Like I can maintain eye contact if I want to, but like I feel like it's more natural for me to like look around.
It's definitely more natural for me to look around when I'm like thinking of something that I'm trying to talk about.
Yeah, that's
I think you guys can see that.
That's what's happening
in our past videos.
To me too. Anyway.
Yeah.
Any last words on video games or WoW?
Nah. I mean, we could talk about other video games. I think this really turned into a WoW episode. But we're almost at 50 minutes, so
yeah,
we may as well call
it. Yeah.
Trying to not have these videos be as long as they are, since I know it takes time to be able to watch them. Trying to make them more concise. Reminds me a lot of, like I said, someone I follow in crypto who, same thing, he'll do the same thing. He'll stream. I'll be like, all right, I'm going to keep this video short, or I'm going to keep this video under an hour. And literally every fucking stream he does is like 2 to 2.5 hours. It's the same thing. It's like, we're trying to keep it under an hour. It would be ideal to keep them under 30 minutes, at least right now, maybe, but I just feel like 30 minutes goes so damn quick. Like, we didn't even talk about, we literally just talked about WoW pretty much. We talked about Nintendo in the beginning and then jumped into WoW. And, maybe we can start going into a little bit about, I mean, I don't think anyone knows wildflowers, so that would be something you could kind of
maybe
talk about. And then also got her Stray. Got her the game Stray for Christmas, but she has not played it yet.
I haven't played it yet.
So
we'll get there.
Yeah. You were absolutely stoked when you saw the picture in the first advertisement of that game. Like, yeah. You were like, oh my God, it's so cute.
Yeah, it was like a TikTok I think I saw, and it was like someone playing with the cat nose. It was like you can jump on like the robot's laps and they'll like rub you. Basically, like you can make a robot feel better for like a second.
She's kind of like a cat. Like, oh my God, something. What the hell? Quit. I don't know. I got some weird message on my screen. Yeah, you're kind of like a cat in human form.
In what way?
In many ways.
In many ways?
Yeah. In many ways.
I know it.
Too many to increase another 10, 20 minutes on this podcast. Maybe we'll talk about that more. We'll do an episode on. Well, maybe if you play some Stray, you can talk about the game.
Yeah.
Talk about what you like about it. Think about it.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go ahead and cut it there. If you liked the video, liked us bantering and yammering, give us a like, a thumbs up, subscribe for more wonderful conversations, and we'd love to talk about any other ideas or suggestions you guys have. So feel free to comment or say what's up. Love to talk to you guys. Feel free to check out our Twitter, twitter.com/banter and bliss. Should be down over there or there. I don't know. We'll see. And yeah, until next time.
Bye, guys.